It's 4 o'clock, and I got news just now that Mary Beach McGuire won't be able to be here right at 4 because she's quote-unquote stuck in a Zoom meeting, but we do have a quorum, so we will be able to do the meeting. I would prefer to have, of course, Mary with us, because then it's not, there's not a requirement for unanimity. But as it is now, any action that has to be, that will be taken, that would result in some form of action would have to be unanimous. So just so everyone understands that. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order of the Board of Adjustment here in Stephenville. I'm the chair, Momin Kazi, and what we'll do first is administer the oath of office to J.J. Conway, who is here and is just being reappointed. So. Probably for the sake of Facebook Live, right? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
If you just come out in front right here, because I think that's where the camera is best situated. And you can stand there facing, and then JJ can face you. There you go. Just come stand in front of me.
Oh.
Like, no, come here with your back to me, facing her, and then you just get in front of her. There you go.
All right. Oh, right.
There you are. Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Alright, so I state your name,
I, J.J. Conway,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office
that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office
of the Board Adjustment of the City of Stephenville, Texas,
of the Board of Adjustment of the City of Stephenville, Texas,
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution and laws of the United States of this state, so help me God.
the Constitution and laws of the United States and this state, so help me God.
Wonderful. Yes, thank you very much. We're
Very good.
very happy that you've been administered, re-oathed.
I appreciate the board's faith in me,
Yes.
allowing me to continue to serve.
And as such, I would like to re-nominate you to be the vice chair of the board. I mean,
I'll second it.
thank you. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, good. So we'll continue with
So
that
I
rule.
will stay sitting right here.
There you go.
I like it.
All right, and now we have the space available for the citizens' general discussion. Is there anyone here from the community who would like to engage in some discussion? All right, we'll go on now to the approval of minutes from the January 30th, 2025 meeting that we had. It was a specially called Board of Adjustment meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Tina.
I'll second.
Thank you, JJ. So any discussion on it? Are there any friendly amendments or like corrections that you see that need to be done? I didn't.
I didn't.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed. So I'll sign those after the meeting.
Yes, sir.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So Steve Killen is out today, and Rob Turk is filling in for him. And so now we're gonna move on to our regular agenda, and if you would please introduce to us application number V8717, please, Rob.
Yes, sir. So applicant Rick Richardson is requesting a variance, excuse me, from section 154.05.3.D.9.E relating to the depth of setback requirements for a detached garage for property located at 2320 West Mimosa Lane, parcel R34593, being block 2, lot 14 and 15 of West Oaks edition of the city of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas.
Very good. And did you get a sense that the city had no issues with this request?
No sense of any objections.
Okay, thank you very much. I do know that we had, on this application, is this the one where we had a couple of letters, or is that next one?
That's the next.
That's the next one, that's the, yeah. So, is Rick Richardson here today? Hey, would you please come up and introduce yourself? Hey, Rick, I know. Long time ago, administrator, wonderful vice president at Tarleton State. Yeah, come on up and introduce yourselves, just behind the podium there. And if you want to kind of give us a little more background, and we'll ask you a few questions perhaps, and then we'll hear from the community, and then we'll take a vote here.
Thank you very much. Greetings to all of the members and staff. My name is Rick Richardson. This is my wife, Melanie Richardson. We live at 2320 West Mimosa Lane. We've lived there since 2009. We have grandchildren with lots of bicycles, and we need some place to put them, in addition to a few other things that we need to store as well. We're proposing a standalone garage, and our lot, we have actually two lots. Mimosa has a curve in the road, and we live on the curve. And so our lots are right behind our driveway. It's more narrow than at the other end. And so we've been working with Paul Mink of Pride Construction for the last several months, and Paul's come up with a design. And instead of the required 12 feet from the original structure, we're asking to be 8 feet, a little closer than 8 feet. Now, we don't infringe on any of the other requirements around us. The way I have a diagram, if you'd like to see, or a copy of the plat map, if that's appropriate, you can certainly put it, I don't know, what would you like? You wanna-
If anyone needs to see that, we have plenty of
You've got all that.
diagrams and illustrations in our packet.
That's great.
I believe everyone's had a chance to look at those already. But any questions from the board for the Richardsons? 4-foot variance for a standalone garage. That's what I'm hearing. 4-foot variance for a standalone garage.
Oh, yes,
That's right.
yes, sir.
That's the request.
Yes.
It's designed, you want to say anything? Just
Well,
tell me
we
it's-
designed it so that we could make it line up with the house so that aesthetically it would look better from the street than it does from the back, right? So that's why we try to do it. We're also trying to aesthetically match the way we remodeled the house to begin with, so that the front is replicated in that garage with the stone columns, and so that it would look nice.
Okay.
That's all we have.
All right. Any questions from the board? All right. Thanks. You may have a seat.
Thank you very much.
Just sit tight and we might have some more questions if there's anyone. So I'm going to open this hearing up to the public. Is there anyone from the community who would like to speak for or against this request? Hearing none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And do I hear a motion from anyone on the board regarding this case, this application?
Mr. Chair, I make the motion to approve the variance on V8717.
Thank you very much. Do I hear a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. All right, any discussion? Just bear in mind, it has to be unanimous or it's rejected. So there's not a majority issue, it's unanimous, so. Well, hearing no discussion, I'll go ahead and call the question. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Passes. You're welcome. Thank you. Rob, if you'd do us the honor of introducing the next application, please.
Yes, sir. Applicants Jake and Dally Hasbrook are requesting a variance from section 154.05.1.D.9.A relating to the 30% limitation variance for the construction of an accessory building for property located at 1124 Forest Lane, parcel R51835, being lot 11, lot 1A and 1B, Peacock Estates 2 of the city of Stephenville, Erath County, Texas.
Normally, Mr. Killen would he would give us an indication of whether or not the city has any objections. I don't see anything written into the packet, And I did see that 2 letters of support had been submitted, and I have copies, and I think everyone has copies of those in the packet. It looks like a total of 14 notifications were mailed to property owners within a 200-foot radius as required by the statute. So, very good. So are Jake and Dally Hasbrook here? Do you want to come on up and introduce yourselves? And they're behind the podium. And then if you want to add anything, I think one of the questions we will have for you is 30% to what? What's the variance we're actually trying to decide?
I actually have that, sir.
Oh, Rob, do you want to?
Yeah, so the land use regulations for the RE residential district limit the size of the accessory building to 30% or less of the total square feet of the primary structure on the property. According to Erath County Appraisal District, the main dwelling of this property is approximately 5,282 square feet. The maximum size of an accessory building would be 1,585 square feet with the 30% limitation. The proposed accessory building is 40 by 70, and will have a 70 by 20 lean-to covering the parking, which will, the total square footage, bring that up to 4,200 square feet. So that would be exceeding the 30% maximum, so that's the variance difference.
So that's 90%? Almost. I mean, 15 times 3 is 45, right? So you're going from 1585 to 42, which is just a little less than, I mean, okay, so that gives us a little sense of, a better sense of what it is. It's a pretty heavy variance. Right, all right, so Mr. and Mrs. Hasbrook, you want to speak to this application, please?
Yeah, I'm Jake Hasbrook. Yeah, we just wanted to build a shop. We have 4 acres right there in town, and we just mow it. So I thought it would be nice to have a nice, good-sized shop, just for personal use, to park the boat and batting cages, stuff like that. So.
And we are making it where it'll color match our house. So our house is black and white right now, so it will be black and white, so it's not gonna like stand out or anything. Do you have anything to add?
You wanna?
He's our builder.
In just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Personal use, batting cages,
Well,
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Storage.
color matches.
Storage.
Yeah.
You played for Tarleton.
Yeah, he played baseball for Tarleton.
I'm originally from Colorado. Came down here to play baseball. Met Dally. She's from Stephenville.
Yeah,
And yeah, I help some of the neighbors' kids with baseball and stuff like that.
I
so.
gotcha, okay. That's why. Where in Colorado?
Northern, close to Fort Collins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to live in Georgetown. It's just like,
Okay. Yeah.
you know, Idaho Springs and Georgetown. I
Yes,
sound.
absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. So let's introduce your builder.
Yes. Yeah.
And if you'd come up and just say your name into the microphone there at the podium, that'd be great. And maybe you can give us a little bit more detail.
I'll give you a little bit more
Okay,
detail about
that
it.
sounds good.
You're gonna have to talk, so hurry.
All right, so my name's Colby Pack.
Oh, hi, Kelly.
Right, you sit on the board with you, so.
You know what we're doing.
I
You
know
what we're
exactly,
thinking,
right,
kinda, yeah,
right.
so-
We've been
Okay.
through many of these.
Yeah.
So when they started the construction of it, I don't know if y'all have driven past or not, the dirt work's done. We stopped when we got the permit.
Yeah.
There's a building right next to it on the neighbor's property. It's the same size, same deal. That's the 2 neighbors on each side that it would interfere with. They submitted, since we found out, Jake went to them and said, I'm sorry, we didn't know. They said, no, we're.
And that's,
those
those
are the 2 letters.
Okay, that's good
And
enough.
they said, we're totally fine with it.
Okay.
They're excited about it, basically. It sits behind the house, won't obstruct any views. The reason why it's so big, 1,500 square foot, Jake's a big guy, but he drives a big truck. They have a really nice boat that sits outside, and so they want to get it undercover, but they also want to be able to put the truck in it also.
I got
So
you.
you start today's truck, the boat, you know, you start.
All those bats.
Right, all those bats, you know, so it just, it grows, but it's
I understand.
not like it stands out and it's a big building all by itself. Right across the street, I don't know if y'all driven past, right behind Wellington Bank down a little bit, right across the street is Tab Thompson's storage units, you know, and there's quite a few of those metal buildings sitting right there. But this building will be behind the residence. I think we kind of drew out something where it was located. And right next to it is a similar sized building that the neighbor has already built. So it's not an eyesore. They even went to the neighbors behind them and asked, the only one that can even really see the building, they were fine with it also.
Same size about?
About the same size.
Okay,
yes,
that's
sir.
a good,
That's great.
a good
That's a good
gauge.
gauge.
because-
It's not like it's on a stick out. I mean,
Right.
and this is part of that area that wasn't annexed, and then it's a Peacock Edition, or the, yeah, Pecan Hill, yeah. So every one of those areas had 4 acres, and so that's the reason. And then the lean-to off the side, that's more so, you know, they've got 2 kids. If we're gonna build something, let's build it so when they get old enough, they don't ever plan on leaving. They wanna be able to park their kids' vehicles in the lean-to. So that's the reason why it got to that size.
So the lean-to is almost the same size as the
It's
building, I mean, it's,
Right.
Could you not fast forward, could you skip ahead to those
yeah,
slides for us? I think it's,
that would help.
yeah, not that, the next one, I think. Looks like a photo, yeah, there we go. No, that was it, yeah, right there.
So that's,
So, yes,
The one south, I mean, the one that's
yes, so they're,
more, whatever that is.
so it would set right here is where it's gonna set, and here's the building that's similar to the
Yeah.
same size, pretty
Yeah.
close. But it says behind there, this neighbor has a letter of support, this neighbor, and then these people have been contacted, and they were fine with it also. So when we found out about it, Jake, he doesn't ever want to make anybody mad, so he goes around and asks everybody, make sure that nobody was on the
You know, as a team player, that's good collaborating, you know.
Absolutely.
So.
I knew them all.
Yeah, they know you.
Yeah.
So, just to make sure everyone understands, so that the building plus the lean-to is gonna be about the same size as that building, or is it gonna be twice the size of that building?
I think it,
That's in 2799.
I don't remember what, I think his is 60 by 50? Yeah, I mean, it's similar to, maybe a little bit bigger, but not, I can't remember, honestly.
Well, I'm just for the sake of
Right.
visualization.
But if
like,
you come,
If you look at that building, that right there,
Right,
yeah,
that-
are you
yes.
saying that what you're asking us to
Yes.
approve is gonna
Similar-
be
a little
similar
bit.
to that, but with a lean-to that's
With a-
also
With a-
twice that size,
The-
or that's the whole
The
total?
lean-to puts it over this size, so it'll be a lean-to off this side, basically, that's the extra part. But
Okay.
it's still, I believe, smaller than
Okay,
this.
than that one.
Than this one.
Okay.
We can go through there, there's some more up here, and then like I said, you see all
Right.
the.
storage.
Yeah, that's a whole different kettle of fish, yeah.
Yes.
So maybe about the size of that one on the bottom. I mean,
Yeah,
about in
probably
between.
similar to, yes.
So kind of in between that,
Yeah.
those two, okay.
But it's not that, it has never been done in this neighborhood. I mean, there's
No, and
multiple, 4 acres, several
These
of
are
them
huge
have-
lots, these
Sure.
are,
Yeah.
I understand, and I understand what you're saying about having a large lot and all you're doing is mowing, you know,
Yeah.
and getting taxed
This
on.
might save us a little bit
Yeah,
on the.
at least
the
this
mowing
way,
bill.
yeah. Okay. Thank you all, we appreciate it. Are there any other questions from the board? All right, you can go ahead and have a seat. I'll open the public hearing. Is there anyone here from the community who would like to speak for or against? We already have 2 letters of support, and those are in our packet. We've read them already. But we'll make sure that they're inserted into the record. One is from Scott Squires, and the other one is from Donald Keith. So they're both in support. They actually just said, I'm okay with it. So maybe you wrote the letter for them, they signed it, whatever you did, it was uniform, so. All right, well, hearing nothing else from the community, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Do I hear a motion from the board? Like I always say in the classroom, I'm okay with silence. I'm always happy for people to process and think through things, and as opposed to it just being a knee-jerk reaction, so. But I will expect something here in the next couple of minutes. Or you'll make me make a motion.
Mr. Chair, I will make the motion to approve the 30% main.
The more than 30%
Yeah, more than
variance?
30%
Okay.
of the variance.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Tina.
Mhm.
Discussion. We have numbers, at least in the application, that tell us what the percentage would end up being. If we do our own we would just calculate it, and I think we've done that. It's 3 times the allowed variance, but, or the specification. But it looks like in light of the size of the lot and in light of precedents in other parts of the lot, it seems like this is a reasonable request. And and I don't hear anybody from the community, up in arms about it, clamoring to cease this form of progress on their part. So, yes, are we ready for a vote? I'll call the question. Okay. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. None opposed? Congratulations. And and good to see you again, Colby.
Hopefully not, not next week, hopefully.
But it's nice to have a builder who understands what we have to think through and all that. So.
Thank y'all.
You bet.
Thank y'all.
Bye-bye. Good luck. Okay, so I have a feeling I will hear no objections to the motion to adjourn, but hearing none, I'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting. All right, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
Yep.